God. I can't say this what I had in mind when I wanted to call our kingdoms together for a peace treaty. But I wouldn't be lying if I didn't think this would end this way. God. Is there really no way to have a nice civil talk without someone plotting an assassination? I even offered them a room to rest in before the meeting started, and yet they choose to try and kill us instead? Though, credit where credit is due. When the Cetrus decided to send an assassin after you, they sent their best. Ruthless, truly. Man. Cetrus, the ruler of Rothero? You know, the ones that we're supposed to make a peace treaty with tonight? Good God. You're as awful with names and titles as ever. You know that? Did you even bother to learn the names of the nobility of the other kingdoms before you came to this meeting? God damn it. No, it's nothing. It's just a scratch. Are you alright? You sure? No major injuries? Huh? Me? What about me? Well, that's quite a bit of blood. Well, how could I know? I was too busy fighting off the assassins to notice that I've been cut. I mean, at the moment, that seemed more of a pressing matter, right? Hey, you say it as if we didn't get injured while we were waywards. Hey, no need to look so suspicious. There's no one around to hear us, alright? Yes, because I'm very sure Rothero sent spies after the assassination, as if they had any more need to grab any more information. Oh, you noticed too? From the way they spoke, it seemed they knew a lot more than they really should. And not just about my past. They seemed to know about you and the Twice Dead being waywards, and that's what's worrying me more. Because no one's managed to figure out your past. But the Cetra seem to know damn near everything about us. More than anyone besides any other wayward should ever know. Now with this blatant act of violence towards both our kingdoms, I'm worried that I might know what caused such a sudden strike. Well, before I tell you that, perhaps we should continue this conversation in my chambers. Hey, not in that sense, okay, Brightblade? I've just happened to notice that I'm not the only one in blood-soaked clothing. I also got tools in my chambers that can fix us up. What? And wake up the physician at this hour? There's no point to that. And besides, we used to fix up injuries way worse than this back in our heyday. I mean, it'd be simple enough to do it again, right? Unless, of course, you think your skills dulled after all this time. Then let them sleep for the night. My room isn't that far anyway. Do you think you can make it? Well, I thought it'd be polite to ask, given how evident that stab wound is on your leg. Well, if you insist. Come on then, before you lose too much blood and pass out in the hall. Fine, before either of us pass out in the hall. Though you seem a lot closer to losing consciousness than I am. Fuck! Was that really necessary for you to elbow me? It's not like I need another bruise to add to the collection. Hey, quit your laughing. Absolute menace. I'm about to tend to your wounds, and this is how you repay me? Huh? What? It's simple revenge, okay? Eye for an eye, as I say. And besides, you should have expected it at least. You know, some retaliation. Hey, save it for another time, Brightblade. We can duel after we get ourselves sewn up, alright? And also clear out the assassins' bodies. I'm full of good ideas, aren't I? Recovering from an assassination attempt before our friendly spar just so happens to be one of them. I'm glad we're in agreement. I'll show you to my room, if you'd follow me. That is, if you can. This is why I asked if you could walk. You know, that's not a shallow cut, right? Walking will only agitate it. You know that. So, could you please put your pride down for a little bit and... Fine then. Keep that up. I'm not gonna be here waiting for you. Stubborn as all hell, as per usual. Just let me help you up. Come on. Hey, that wasn't a question. See? There we go. Easier, right? Oh, please. It's not as if this was the first time I've done this. Why are you so up in arms about me helping you? Fine. Stay silent, just as you always do. All I'm saying is that you don't communicate well, especially when it comes to anything involving emotion. Okay, anything that involves your emotions then. You can't always ignore your own feelings. You're not just some weapon that can be constantly held when ready. You're a person. A person with a mind and heart that I know very well. I knew you well before you were the Brightblade, and I know that you do have feelings. I've held you up when you wept, weathered the storms when you raged, felt the warmth of your joy. I've seen your face express every emotion that has a name, and even more that I could never begin to describe. You can't tell me that your feelings are something so easy to push aside when I know how strong they are. Stronger than your feelings? Of course that's how you choose to see it. Hey, you don't need to glare at me. I didn't mean anything bad by it. I was just saying that it's obvious that you have that kind of mindset. Of course I don't agree with it. I detest it, but I didn't say it with the intention of insulting you. Are emotions really important? Are you joking? Of course emotions are important. They're what makes us us, you know? That's who we are. Well, if you want to approach it from a philosophical standpoint. Some other time then. For now. Let's just agree to disagree, alright? I think we should probably deal with the matter at hand first tonight. It's certainly more of a bloodbath than I was hoping for. The fact that the Rothero assassin knew so much about the Waywards does little to set my mind at ease. Speaking of which, I kinda have a theory on why those assassins knew so much. Yeah, we can talk shop later. First, let me, get started on treating your leg. Okay? Let's talk once I've begun. Wait here. I'll go get some supplies, and in the meantime, could you use your dagger to cut the fabric around the area? Just so it doesn't catch onto the injury and... Right. My apologies. I'm forgetting myself. You already know what to do. I'll be back in a moment. Alright? This should be everything we need. Can I see your leg? Hey, mine isn't as deep as yours. It can wait. I'd rather make sure that you don't bleed out first. Okay, then I'll make it quick. Lucky for both of us, being the head of the kingdoms has allowed me to access some incredibly helpful supplies. Such as this. It's a very helpful salve that also numbs the area. Now, move your leg closer and let me see. Jeez, this is worse than I thought. Okay, you're cut all the way down to your ankle. Is this the only injury you have? Good. Let me clean off as much blood as I can before I use any of the salve, okay? Okay. Lucky. This isn't too deep. Otherwise, we would have actually needed the physician. I mean, taking a hit like this, seems like you're getting a little rusty, aren't you, Brightblade? Imagine what the others would say then. The strongest swordsman of all the Waywards getting soft as the right hand of the ruler of the Soria? Though, from the looks of it, it seems at least one of them may already know. What I'm suggesting is that there may be someone outside of the three of us that figured out who you and the Twice Dead are. Yes, really. That's the only explanation. I've told no one, and I know you wouldn't have told anyone. I mean, the Twice Dead, as much as I not favor them, would never betray anyone's trust like that. I mean, the only reason someone would know who we were was if they were a Wayward, right? Any clues? I already have a suspect in mind. It seems like for the past few years, there had been rumors of settlers having an assassin as their right hand. And many think that they seem particularly close. Given the supposed skill set of the assassin, I reckon that they're more familiar than I'd first assumed. So, you know the title of the rumored assassin that aids Rothero's crown, but not the crown ruler himself? Oh, man. You're unbelievable, you know that? Hey, turn your leg a bit. No, towards me. Good, right there. Just hold it like that. I'm gonna start the sutures, alright? But yeah, I believe that the Forest Heart is actually one of our former friends, though I can't really say which. Oh? Then who are you thinking of? Silas? You really think they could be Cetrus's assassin? I guess it does make sense now that you say it. They share a similar skill set from what I heard of, and if I can recall, Silas was born on the edge of Rothero, so it is likely after the disbandment they returned to their home. Oh, man. But that does do little to ease my mind, if anything. I mean, I'm more worried than I was prior to suggesting tonight's meeting. This isn't some attack on our kingdom. It's an attack from someone who knows far more about us than we do about them. And tonight was meant to be a clean way to dispose of us. But the fact that we're still alive won't deter them. Far from it. This was an act that will lead to war. And once word gets back to Rothero, I have no doubt in my mind that it's just going to be only a matter of time before everything is set into motion. Oh my God. Yeah, I agree. If we can act before word gets back to them, then we'd have a better chance than us just sitting around like idle birds waiting for the sunrise, right? I know the Forest Heart's identity is something that I'd like to know, but my concern lies with getting into the kingdom and what we do after. It's really difficult to get into one, even more so to invade a castle and kill the ruler and their knights and their frickin' guards and assassins. Oh. And you have an idea? Well, don't think too hard, okay? I'm almost done bandaging your leg, then. It's gonna be your turn to return the favor, okay? I don't need you to get distracted and do more damage than the assassins. I suppose I should be careful about the jokes I make, right? I mean, it's not the wisest idea to taunt the person who's about to stab me repeatedly with a needle. Maybe so. But hey, I can't help it. It's easier to try and, ease the tension than suffer from the weight of inevitability, right? Either way, the war will find us, and if I'm gonna play a role in fighting it, then I'm gonna need this lovely little injury of mine to be fixed. So, if you please, would you mind trading places with me so that we could be done with this? Nice. Now just, give me a moment. This shirt's so... I really like it. I don't want to attempt cutting it off. So I'm just gonna remove it, okay? I think if I move slowly, I can undo the first buttons and slide it down my shoulders without making it worse. There. Will that be enough? Good. Then, whenever you're ready to begin, I'm at your mercy. Though, I prefer your mercy include some of that salve. Okay? Hey, it's not like that I thought you wouldn't use it. I just merely felt like it would do me well to remind you, that's all. You're not exactly the gentle type, you know? Hey, I'm just stating a fact. You're not exactly Lysoria's greatest healer, after all. Jeez. You're proving my point exactly. How did you find a way to apply numbing medicine in a way that it hurts? Well, you definitely have a talent for it, you know. At least it's not going to be the sutures I'm feeling tonight. Already? Really? What's the plan? Huh. It's quite a unique plan, but I believe it could work. That's quite a unique plan, but I believe it could work. Actually, it could be perfect. I mean, if we play our cards right. I mean, only killing Cetrus and leaving Silas to deal with it. Either everyone will turn on the infamous Forest Heart and blame them for Cetrus' death, or we'll elect another ruler in Cetrus' place. I mean, if the latter of those happens, then either Silas will either have to serve as the new crown, or be unwilling to do so and leave the kingdom completely. Obviously, it's going to be difficult to infiltrate the kingdom and get Cetrus alone, but that's nothing we've done before as a Waywards, right? Though, I'm kind of curious on how much of a challenge it is to be fighting Cetrus. I mean, from all the rumors, the title of Champion of the Sun was one that Cetrus fought to earn. Right. First would be the infiltration. What did you have in mind in those regards? What? You know, the way that you're speaking right now makes me think that you want to do this alone. No. By the gods, no! You're not going to attempt to kill Cetrus alone. Because it's dangerous. If you were alone and get caught, there'd be no one to help you escape. You could die and not a single soul would realize it until it was too late. I'm gonna go with you, and I'm not gonna accept anything else. As much as I trust my knights and assassins, I'm not sending any of them with you. Listen, they may be skilled, but when faced with the likes of the Champion of the Sun and the Forest Heart, you need someone practiced at your side. Listen, I don't care that I'm the king of Kinkarius. That doesn't matter. We can tell the people that I'm visiting someone in another kingdom and something like that. Alright? No. I will go with you, and that's final. Because they can't protect you as well as I can. You know why. Because I know you better than anyone else. I fought alongside with you like no one else ever did. And having me at your side is the only way this can end that serves both our kingdoms well. Alright? I'm not doubting your skills. But you know that me watching your back will make it much easier to do what you do. Having a partner doesn't mean you're weak. It just means that you have someone that you could really rely on if you need to. You'd think after all those years as a wayward that you'd learn an important skill like that. Oh my god. Oh, am I now? And why was that? Do you think I'm not as good as you, huh? Is that it? Do you think I've gotten weak from sitting at that throne? You thinking that I can't keep up with you? Then what is it? What makes me so unqualified for me to be your partner? Why wouldn't it work? My emotions? Since when have you had any regards of my emotions? As far as I've seen it, you can even care less about how I felt. So why should that be so important to you right now? Of course I still love you. Do you really think that asking me the same question every single time you see me will change anything? Oh, so now you're telling jokes. What? Are you trying to relieve the tension too? Or are you trying to avoid this entire conversation altogether? Trying to avoid telling me why you can't stand the fact that I have feelings for you? No, I deserve to know. The very moment I said those words to you, you've changed. The way you've looked at me, it was like some sort of spell was cast on you. It was as if everything about you that saw me as, a longtime friend, as someone that knew and trusted you all those years, it was as if suddenly it all disappeared. looked at me like I was a stranger. Like merely hearing me say those words made you a different person. A person you hated. I mean, is it truly horrible that I have feelings for you? Why do you reject me like I'm some sort of love-struck fool who only known you for a night before chanting my love for you? I'm not using my words lightly when I tell you that I love you. You know that, right? I'm not expecting you to return my feelings, and certainly not to the same degree, but there's no such reason for you to dismiss me so goddamn cruelly. Of course things are different now. I know, I realize that, but a crown doesn't have anything to do with this. Of course I was trying to protect you. It's what we've always done. Why does that bother you so much now? The only thing that's changed since then is our titles. How could it be any different? So what if I'm the king? Being royalty doesn't negate the fact that I want to protect you and all that. I'll do anything in my power to do so. And even if that means setting aside my responsibilities for a while. Reckless! There you go again, using that word. You say it every time I ask for a reason for anything. I'm too reckless to lead my kingdom. I'm too reckless to have power. I'm too reckless to protect anything. It's like you use that word in place of my name. What is it about me wanting protected that's so horribly reckless? I would, in a heartbeat. And I don't care what you think about it. There are other people that can manage Kinkarius in my stead, but there's no one that can protect you as well as I can. I dropped everything, my crown, my kingdom, my sword, everything, so that I could save you. It doesn't matter the circumstances. I'll always come to your side, and I couldn't care less if that makes me reckless, all right? It's because I love you. I said it time and time again, and yet you still brush it off as if it doesn't mean anything. Then why do those words upset you so much? I mean, is that why you refuse to spend any more time with me? Do you think that I'd be so careless with your heart and I would break it? Because I swear to you, I'd never allow myself to do anything like that. If not that, then what is it? Hey, you won't lose me, all right? I swear it. There's nothing in this world that could ever pull me from your side. No. I suppose I can't promise you that. I've said many times that I'd die for you, and I mean that in every way. Every ounce of my being, I really mean it. I can't promise you that I wouldn't put my life on the line to save yours. Should it ever come to that, really. I'm so terrified of losing you that I'd gladly die in your place. And you're terrified of losing me because I do exactly that. Worse yet, I know that you'd push me out of the way and accept my death as your own, should our roles be reversed. It's ironic, really. The reason that I try to pull you closer is the same reason that you try to push me away. The way that we protect each other only hurts us even more, doesn't it? Oh man, we are a star-crossed pair, aren't we? least I now know the reason why you've been rejecting my feelings. I understand it completely, though I might say something. Hey, trying to avoid me and pushing me away isn't gonna make my feelings for you go away. You know that, right? All it's doing is hurting us both, and yes, I know I've been a bit spontaneous with my advances towards you, and yeah, I know. Asking for your hand in marriage at the masquerade so suddenly was perhaps not the wisest idea, and I can admit to that. Alright, yeah, and the letters requesting that you come visit may have been a bit much, I'll admit. But it just felt so long since we last talked, and I really wanted to see you again. I know, and I knew it was unlikely, but, you know, can't blame a guy for trying, right? But hey, imagine my surprise when word got to you that you'd be coming into Twice-Dead's place. Oh? What's this now? From the way you said that, it sounds like you were the one who chose to come here, rather than the Twice-Dead deciding to send you. You did? That's quite a surprise, albeit a pleasant one, but that begs the question of why you'd want to come in the first place. I mean, I could think of a few reasons. Is it possible that you missed me too? Could that be it? Hey, wait. That look on your face. You did miss me, didn't you? But I didn't hear a no, my dear Sprite Blade, so rather, it kinda sounded like it could be yes. Am I wrong, my dear Sprite Blade? And if it is, then glory be to the gods. Are you saying that you did miss me? Well, of course I'm smiling. Hear you say that is, well, it's not what I expected in the least, you know. No, it's not that. I simply didn't expect you to say it so genuinely. It's different, but not unfamiliar. It reminded me how you used to talk to me all those years ago. Yeah, clearly I really miss it. I missed it so much of us and what we used to be. All the traveling for days on end while sharing idle chatter. The many hours spent training and bickering at each other. I even missed the nights afterward, you know, trying to sleep in those cots in the medic's tent after bandaging each other up. Man. Oh? I hadn't realized that you were done. Though I probably should have. You've always tied the bandages too tight. Feels like you're trying to make it as tight as my own skin. Jeez. Man. It really does feel like the good old days, doesn't it? Though, rather than the cold, damp medic's tent, now we're in a really warm castle. Though, if I'm being real, My warmth could also be attributed to being so close to you, so... Flirting? Stop. I'd never, okay? I'm merely stating that due to the nature of us helping each other in our injuries, we're just fairly close together, you know? Hey, that wasn't my way of saying that you should move away. In fact, I'd like it if you'd stay right here. Well, yeah, if you could call it that, but it's not so much flirting as it is, honestly. Yes, honestly. Given what you know about me, that doesn't seem like something I'd lie about, right? It's not as if I was able to hide my feelings from you. Certainly not after our fun little meeting in your dungeon. Of course. Ask me anything, I'll answer honestly. Well, if I were to be completely honest right now, I want you to stay with me for the night. I want nothing more than to sleep by your side again, and to know that you're safe at my side, and that I'm safe at yours. Yes, really. If I were to ask for anything in the world, it'd be to have that exact moment. That is the only thing I would say. Then, what is it that you want? I mean, if you could have anything in the world right now, what would you ask for? You? Do you mean that? Do you really want the same? Yes, I mean, yes, I'm more than alright with that. If you mean it, then I'd be more than happy to have you sleep here. I can't tell you what that would mean to me. Then this night certainly has taken a turn for the better then. Well, if a peace treaty wasn't destined to work, then I'd say this is the best possible outcome. Oh, I forgot about that. Let's not think about that right now. I mean, we can save cleaning up corpses for tomorrow, right? Yes! Finally, we're on the same page for once. So, why don't you rest for now, and we can, save the cleaning up, preventing war, and our deceptively complex relationship for tomorrow. Agreeing on more than one thing at this hour? That's a record. Now you want me to get in the covers with you? Jeez, Brightblade. We aren't officially courting yet. Alright. I'll quit joking, but only because I'm tired, cold, and would very much like to go to bed and not have to think of it for a while. Fine, I'll admit it. I was flirting. I mean, after losing as much blood as we have, it doesn't really matter how warm the fire is. I'm still cold, okay? And you can feel free to tease me now. I've been caught brazenly flirting with a person I've been in love with for years. How scandalous. Jeez. Oh, you're too tired too. I'm too tired. Why, I believe that this might be the first time I've ever seeing you too tired to poke fun at me. You truly must be exhausted beyond comprehension. I can agree to that. Jeez, even I'm getting tired of my jokes, and you know how much I love hearing myself talk. Then, let's go to bed and close the day. Would you like to get under the covers? I promise I won't make any more jokes. Yes, I swear. Exactly. I promise. It'll be much warmer. Yeah, it is. Much better than shaking and trying to get some sleep without covers, right? I know, right? It's just really easy to fall asleep here. I mean, especially after all the events of today. It's kind of odd. The assassination attempt was somehow the least stressful part of today. Our conversation was a lot more exhausting by far. Well, injuries are predictable at this point. Emotions, on the other hand, are far more difficult. Then, before this awfully stressful day is over, could I ask one more thing of you? Why don't I just ask, and you can tell me if it's something that you'd call annoying. Alright. Bright blade of Lassoria, would you let me hold your hand, just for tonight? Why else? Because I love you and I want to hold you close. I know, and I'm alright with that. That's why I only asked to hold your hand and for nothing more. I mean, I might like to kiss you, but I'm trying not to reach too far. For you, of course, I'm happy to compromise. So, you'll let me then? Even if it's just for tonight? You know, lying here, holding your hand like this, it makes me feel at peace in a way. Like I'm holding the entire universe in the palm of my hand. And it's all because I know that you're here right beside me. Fine. I guess I'll wait until you're asleep before I begin romantically rambling to you. Before I begin romantically rambling to you. Hey, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, right? I mean, certainly not. I've spewed so many sappy thoughts about how your eyes look by the light of the fire, or how your smile captivates. Hey, there's no reason to go and steal my sheets from me. I was just answering your question. Well, I guess you'll just have to fall asleep so you don't hear me then, right? Of course. You know I don't mind in the least if you rest your head on my shoulders. But just as long as you know that it will make me much happier than it should. And I'll be smiling while I speak my love for you. By all means, go ahead, alright? Just let me know when you're asleep so I know when my obnoxious rambling won't keep you awake. Oh, I promise that I will. You're an incredibly restless sleeper, and many times my only sign that you were asleep was receiving an unnecessary kick to my shin. Sure. Just don't push me off the bed in your sleep, okay, my beloved? Then hurry up and fall asleep. I'm getting restless. I hope your dreams are restful, and I hope my sickly sweet poetry ruins any sort of peace you might find in them.